Shalom, shalom. I'm your brother Kaya from GMS Camp out here in Phoenix, Arizona. First and foremost, is I want to give his all praise, glory, and honor. It's to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rahak, Kodash. Of course, I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders that have taught us this truth and rule well. Also want to say shalom to the speckled bird out there, even though you may look like the heathen, but are not the heathen. Also want to say shalom to the 144,000. Also want to say shalom to the Akwath and to the Akim that are listening. I seen this earlier, and I got a little kick out of it. The scripture goes good with this one. The Egyptians set against Egyptian. Going right back to Esau, mad at Esau. Edomites are fighting amongst themselves. It goes into scripture too. Their tongue shall fall upon themselves. The Egyptian against Egyptian, and we'll get them. Because this is what we're also seeing too, even to the point that their own women are against them. Their women are snitching and ratting them out to say, and the truth of the matter is what? A lot of their women want Jake. A lot of their women want Jake, and Esau Edom ain't happy with that. He's so upset with it to the point where they was going to go with those laws talking about different states had the right to. I think Trump was going to push that a while back, that they had a right to kind of be like that, saying, well, a so-called Negro can't marry a white woman, or a white woman can't marry a so-called Negro or a Hispanic, a so-called, which would cause a big issue here in Babylon, aka America, which most likely is going to happen. There's going to be a lot of men out here that are married to so-called white women, which will also push into that civil war, that race war too. That's going to come. These things are going to come. It's just when, but they definitely going to come. But I thought this was fun. I thought this was a good picture to show, because this is exactly how it is. Now you think about it, and I say Egyptian against Egyptian, Caucasian against Caucasian, because what are we seeing today? You have all these Edomites up in a roar, about what's going on, about what Trump's doing all around the world. You're seeing, even in France and different places, that these Caucasian, these Edomites are up in a roar. They mad at the governments that are Edomites, and now you look at now let's keep it a buck. All them Trump supporters, all them MAGA. Make America great again. They upset because now they seeing that Trump ain't even for them. All that hollering, all that we gonna stand behind you, all that make America great again. Now they ain't feeling it. Now they looking at like, wait a minute, hold on now. You just hold on one darn second. You're getting past your britches. Looking at this cartoon. That's exactly how it is. Because at the end of the day, hey man, Edom is even wicked to his own. He wicked to his own people. And so, like I said, going back to going back to this cartoon. Everybody got the guns out. Everybody looking at each other. They looking at you like, wait a minute, hold up. Matter of fact, you can go even to Vladimir Putin and all of them. Vladimir Putin and here in Babylon, Trump. What do you think Vladimir Putin is? He's an Edomite. He's an Idumean. That's it. Same people. Got their guns out. Ready to blast each other. So you know what I mean? Coming at each other. Hey, man. Yahweh Shai got these fools in the trick bag. For real. And they don't even realize it. And we know that they listen to what we be saying. We know that we're monitored. We know that we're listened to. We know that they got their ear into our phones and into our world. But tell us that we lying. Because at the end of the day, you show it on your social media. You show it on your news. You show everybody in the uproar. Do you not? Even other people, your shame for glory is on you. All the stuff that you did to us, to the children of Israel, is up on the table. You got these heathen nations talking about, not too long ago. Oh, this is what you did to the African American people. You genocided the Native Americans. You killed a whole bunch of so-called Hispanics. And then you came on Southern tribe and killed a bunch of them, enslaved and everything. Now, I know sometimes our people don't realize that the Gadites, so-called Native Americans, were enslaved too. They got it first. That's what y'all don't know. That's the history they don't teach Jake. But we gonna tell you. They first had Northern tribe. Then Southern tribe got it the worst. That's why what you see today with ICE and all the stuff that's going on. Who are they after right now? They're after what? Northern tribe. Your so-called Native Americans, so-called Mexicans. You know, Aztec, whatever you want to be called. But you're Issachar. Not all of you. You know. But at the end of the day, you're Israelites. And some of y'all are starting to figure this out. You know, I've seen videos that brothers have made about you Issachar, you so-called Mexicans, you so-called Hispanics. You know, Hispanic, I believe that goes back into what, it owned by Spain. You know, I understand y'all are so proud about that Spanish speaking language and don't realize that that was a slave language that was given to y'all. But see, y'all ain't trying to hear that. And that's mostly 2/3 of, you know, of Issachar. And I'm not on Issachar's neck, but at the end of the day, that's who I see right now crying and screaming. And Jake doing it too. You know, how dare the white man turn their back on us? How do he do this and how he do that? Now he's showing you how he really feel about you. After you've cleaned his house, scrubbed his bowls, picked up behind his children, fed his children, did all the stuff that y'all did. Now this devil turning on y'all, showing you. Why? Because you're Israelites. But anyway, don't worry. These devils gonna get what they gonna get. It is what it is. And right now is what we see is Egyptian against Egyptian. Matter of fact, let's get some scriptures. And bear with me, Israel. Bear with me. I got to keep touching my phone because you know how your phone will go dark. I don't know if y'all see that when that happens. So first scripture, I want to get a few scriptures of Psalms, right? We're going to go first. Psalm 64:8. Let's go there. For their tongues shall fall upon themselves. And that's what we seeing now. You know, they say this and they say that. And guess what? Then you got somebody else saying, nah, that's not how it is, out of their own people. Saying, nah, that ain't it. This is what it is. They snitching, they tattletelling. They giving the truth of what's going on with them. Or what do you call it? Sounding the alarm to say. They snitching, they tattletelling, they at each other's throats. And it's going to get worse. We seeing them talking right now. Wait till they start bringing them AR-15s out. Wait till them GATs start coming out. Wait till them shotguns come out. Wait till them bolo sticks and them baseball bats and everything, because this is going to happen. And they're gonna be going upside each other's heads pretty soon. Especially here in Babylon, it's coming. This is Psalm 64 and verse 8. And bear with me. So they shall make their own tongues to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And that's exactly what's happening. They shall make their tongues fall upon themselves. See, they say one thing and another says, well, wait a minute, this, that, and then the other. And then they look at each other like, what? Why did you say that? Why did you give that truth? I'm telling you, man, just pay attention how they move. Just listen when you sitting there watching the news and you know, you chew the meat and spit out the bones, but look around the world and look at them at each other's throats. What do you think is about to happen? Yes, the prophecies, all these that we talk about are prophecies that are about to happen. Even going into Jeremiah 30:7, Jacob's trouble, because that's what's going to happen. We're coming into civil unrest. We're coming into race war. We're coming to the RFID microchip, all the things that are coming down the pike. Right? And as I said again, Egyptian against Egyptian. Right now, they snitching, they telling on each other. So now everybody else is watching like, wait a minute. Hey, see, they did this, they did that. Matter of fact, even the heathens are looking. They're like, oh, see, look at them. They can't be trusted. Esau, Edom can't be trusted. The white man can't be trusted. Why do you think, again, that those heathen countries with Vladimir Putin, Korea, China, I believe, maybe Afghanistan too, all them over there was having a meeting with each other, basically saying we don't need Babylon, we don't need America. And when America say some slick shit, They come back with some slick shit and say, oh, y'all did this, y'all did that, y'all genocided, y'all killed. Who are you? You've lied to us. You told us this. You broken treaties. You've done this. You've done. Shame for glory, baby. Shame for glory. Your shame is being seen, and Esau is trying to bury his shame. Why else do you think he's trying to get rid of the slave trade and all of that stuff? He's trying to get rid of all that stuff and all the wicked that he's done to come back trying to say, no, we didn't do all that. Tell little Johnny, little Zach, little whatever, little Gunner a lie. Matter of fact, they even to the point where they got out in Arkansas, they getting their own little village out there. They're Caucasian, so they can do their Edomite thing, and that's cool. Do you? But at the end of the day, look what's happening. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua got these fools in the trick bag. And yes, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua gonna let these wicked people do wicked things. He gonna let them go all the way to a certain time. Because remember, he has bounds that he cannot pass. All these things are happening and showing us the prophecy that we are about to get the F up out of here pretty soon. Of course, we got to go through Jeremiah 30 and 7. Of course, Revelation 13, 16, 17 come. Of course, Ezekiel the 38th chapter is going to come. All these things have to come for us to go home. But the show is beautiful to watch. What did Elder Malcolm say? Malcolm, if hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. He said, what? Buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy ride, baby. Buckle up. Because we about to see some things. We about to go through it. And we passing the threshold, baby. We're going into Jeremiah 30 and 7 soon. And you may wonder, man, why are you sound excited? I'm excited and scared at the same time, God dang it, because at the same time, I understand what Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is doing. I got that hope. You know, I got that hope. I'm hopeful. I'm one of the hopeful elect, but I know what he's doing. He's showing his elect men. He's showing us. And we telling the house of Israel what is going on. Now, we, of course, understand 2/3 ain't going to listen, but guess who is? The elect out of the house of Israel. And you heathens are going to listen, and Edom is going to listen, because we're going to tell you your fate. What's going to happen? Matter of fact, let's go to another scripture. Let's go to another scripture, Salaki, about that. Let's go to another scripture. What scripture was I thinking? Went out my head. Oh, I keep saying it. Isaiah, right? Let's go to Isaiah, the 19th chapter. Isaiah 19 and verse 2. And see, and this is what's happening right here. Isaiah 19 and 2. And I will set the Egyptian against Egyptian. Now, of course, a lot of you are going to be, some of you going to be simple. See, this is Egyptian. We're not Egyptians. No, he's talking about Edom against Edom. Now, if you would say, well, Egyptian, turn your money around. Take your $1 or 20 or whatever you got in your pocket. What do you see back there? Why here in Babylon, aka America, do you have Egyptian stuff on it? Think about it. You have, what is that? The pyramids and all that. What does that go back to? Egypt. You got Egypt, you got the Roman bird, which is the eagle, and you got all that stuff was used in America, all that stuff. Right? Them symbols. Them symbols mean something. They're not on your money. They're not on our quarters. They're not on our stuff just for no reason. Esau, Edom took all of that and implemented it in him and put it out on the rest. So Egyptian against Egyptian is what? Esau against Esau. Edomites against Edomites. Idumeans against Idumeans. And it's going to trickle down to everything else. And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian. And they shall fight every one against his brother. Well, now think about it. Them Edomite French, them Edomite, what do you call them? British people, Edomites. The Edomites over there in Russia. Do you not see what's going on? Do you not see it? And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian. And they shall fight every one against his brother. And every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. Guess what? What do you think that goes into? That comes into civil war, civil unrest. what is about to happen here in Babylon, aka America. Sooner than later, it will come here. When you cut the news on and you watch British Columbia news, or you watch, the news around the world, and you seeing France being burned down, you seeing all these Edomites doing what they doing, and the uprise of all these different heathen countries because the that ID thing coming out. It's almost that's gonna come here to Babylon. It's like how I say it, like Yahweh Shemiah Shah is saving the worst for last. He's eating the meal and having dessert later. You know what I'm saying? The dessert is burning this place. It's really turning up the heat. Getting that creme brulee right, getting that sugar on top of the creme brulee sauce, nice and carameled. Getting it ready to say, yes, I like food. Anyway, going back to it, Egyptian against Egyptian. And we're seeing it now. You seeing them all talking crap to each other, going at each other and all of that. Matter of fact, I even said they women. They women even squawking. They women out there squawking. They talking. They snitching on their own men. And then on top of it, they want Jake or they want Issachar. So-called black man, so-called Hispanic man. At the end of the day, and guess what? That devil mad that he gonna start pushing. No, don't think he's not. He going to. He gonna make that law pretty soon. No, Caucasian need to be with Caucasian men because our birth of children is drastically declining, and it is. These women are pumping out Issacharite babies. These women are pumping out Jake babies. Pretty babies. At the end of the day, but nevertheless, I'm not saying that Jake don't have pretty babies or Issachar and Issachar. No, I didn't say that. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, that they falling. And they even falling by their women, and that's one thing they tell you in old times and through times past and now. When your women are taking over, it's a wrap for you. When your women are taking over, it's a wrap. When Eve did what Eve did, look what happened to us too. And Eve is hand in hand with who? Esau. She is. That's why when you look at Eve, the so-called black woman, she act different when she around a so-called white man. She different when she's around him. She don't be snapping her neck and acting crazy and talking back and doing stuff. She humble. She in there cooking. She doing stuff. Let her get around with her own. Maybe not every Judite woman, but the majority. Look how she treat her man. He ain't good enough. He ain't shit. Talk back, argue, cheat, do all kind of stuff. But as soon as she get with an Edomite, she want to act right. Just look. Matter of fact, and I'm not trying to go into something else, but you know me. Anyway, thinking about it, even when you go back into slavery, who did we have? Mammy. Remember Mammy? Mammy was the worst. Mammy was doing everything times 1,000. You were probably more scared of Mammy than you were scared of Derek or whatever his name was, Mr. Jones, in the big White House. You was more scared of her. She was the snitch. She was the bed wench. She was everything. She was out there with a whip, standing on the porch with her hands on her hip, talking about what you niggas better do. Better get that cotton pick. Better do this and better do that. Eve is the same thing today. And all you do is stand back and watch them. But anyway, right? Anyway, I know that's a subject for something else. What was I going, y'all? Cause you know me, I be going off the side sometime. But hey, lessons inside of a lesson, right? So let's go to Job. Oh, going on to the A women. Yeah. Job, what is that? 27? Matter of fact, let's go on. They women. Job 27, right? And let's see. We're going to start at verse 13, I believe. Oh. Look at this. This is Job 27 and verse 13. This is the portion of a wicked man with God, and the heritage of oppressors, which they shall receive of the Almighty. Oh, those that had in captivity, those that had us in slavery, of a wicked man. That's not just Esau, Edom. That's you heathens too that had us what? In slavery. I know y'all don't want to talk about it and you want to sweep it up under the rug like, oh, that one, shoot, that was a long time ago. No, 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 no. We remember everything. So we gonna bring it up. See, we them kind of men, we like archaeologists. We gonna dig it up and throw it right in front of you. We gonna kick the dust off of it, shake it, and put it in your face and dangle like, see, here it is right here. Read it. This was you. This is what you did. Everything that y'all got uncovered, like y'all try to, what is they put an elephant under the rug? Nah, we the men, we snatching the dirt down, we snatching the goddamn carpet up, and we showing that big ass elephant. Say, hey, there he is. Look, now if I see him, you see him. You choosing not to see him, and you trying to cover your eyes. We pulling your hands away from. Nah, you gonna see this. Yahweh Shema Shah is making you see it, and he's telling you your fate. This is the portion of a wicked man with God, and the heritage of oppressors, which they shall receive of the Almighty. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, y'all are in trouble. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword. Oh, when I tell you about your Edomite kids and whatnot, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. Those that remain of him shall be buried in death, and his widows shall not weep. His women shall not weep. They're not going to care. They don't care. Remember what I said earlier? They women prefer to be with who? Jake, Issachar, so-called Hispanics. They own women don't even want to be with them. See, do you really think that these Edomite women, or these Edomite women, you don't think for 1 minute when they have little Gunner, little Zach, little whatever, Chris, whatever his name may be, you don't ever think they be watching their sons and they got their fathers putting a rifle in their hand? Oh, that's manly. Oh, you're going to go to war. That's manly. You're going to go fight. You're going to go kill. That's manly. What do you think they thinking? Some of them are behind it, but the majority, I bet 100% are not. Then they're giving little Zach, little Hunter, and all these guns, and then you're wondering why these churches and these schools are getting shot up. Then they put them on, Call of Duty and all these other games and whatnot. Just think about it for a minute. Let that just sit on in for a minute. Now, the Edomite woman is just as wicked. I'm not letting her slide. But don't think for 1 minute that she ain't thinking like that. You think she thinking like that when she have a little Judite baby? Most likely not. Most likely not. But she do worry about that because she sees what their fathers are. So-called schizophrenic, crazy, bipolar. All the names in the medical situation. Basically, they just wicked. And they pursue blood. They love to kill. They love it. They enjoy it. They want to bathe in the blood. Shows how wicked Esau really is. And that doesn't mean that the Edomite woman ain't wicked. She is too. Matter of fact, I did speak of something else too, right? Shame for glory. Remember, it's like shame for glory, right? Because their shame is upon them and they're trying to hide it. They're trying to get rid of it. Habakkuk. And they can't. Even though Donald Trump is trying to, take stuff off the internet, all stuff that they did to Jake. Matter of fact, if you dig deep enough, you can find things that happened to the Hispanics. You can find stuff that happened to the Native American, so-called Native American Gadites and whatnot. Northern tribe. And this has nothing to do with skin color, but the things that did happen. Like I said earlier, at the end of the day, these devils are really trying to hide their wickedness. And Yahweh Shema Shah ain't going to let them. And all these other countries, Edomite countries and everywhere else, has seen it. Even to the point they brought it out. Matter of fact, it's even in a movie that they brought it out. What was that? I think that was one of the, what was that? One of them, not Jet Li, what's his name? Ip Man movies with Donnie Lee, or whatever his name is. It was a scene in there, and I know I'm talking a lot, y'all, but It was a scene in there where the girl even told the Caucasian, the Edomites, what their history was and what they enslaved, how they enslaved the blacks and what they did and how wicked of a people they were. When that movie came out to the theater, I believe, yeah, I did go see that at the theater. How it made them Caucasians uncomfortable in them chairs. They get to squirming. Now everybody want to get up and go to the bathroom when she's saying what she's saying. Because it's the truth. And now they're trying to hide it. And now it's put on blast. Everybody, all these heathen nations are showing, look at what you did. You did this and you did that. Now you got them trying to bury it because they're new little kids that's coming up. They don't want them to know nothing. But anyway, Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 16, right? And bear with me. Bear with me. Let's get it. There it is. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory, upon you, Esau, Edom. So you thought what? You thought that you was going to sneak up under the rug. You thought you was going to creep beside the door in that little dark spot and not be seen. No. Yahweh Bashmi Shah sees everything. He said the cup will also pass to you. Your ass ain't getting out of it. It doesn't matter how many of us you kill and in jail and do what you do. We understand judgment. We understand what's about to happen. But guess what? We telling you what's going to happen to you and your loved ones. What's your fate? And you're trying to hide. No. You hide as you may, but it ain't gonna work in your benefit. Not at all. Shame for glory is spewed upon you. Yes, that cup is also coming to you. Matter of fact, let's go back. Bear with me. I was in a scripture I was thinking, we're gonna go back to Job. Let's go back to the book of Job, right? Chapter 8. Let's go get it. Job chapter 8. And then we're going to get verse. Let me see. Where I want to start. It's a lot of meat. Oh, we can get this one. Yeah. This is Job 8 and verse 22. They that hate thee shall be clothed with shame, and the dwelling place of the wicked shall come to naught. Now, if you look over to the right, those who hate you, hate who? The children of Israel, right? Those who hate you will be clothed with shame, and the home of the wicked will be destroyed. The home of the wicked shall be destroyed. Going right back to Revelations 18 and verse 10. You know what that's going into? Basra, Babylon, land of the Chaldees, America. That's what that's going into. Your place will be destroyed, burnt out, bombed out, depleted, gone. Why do you think World War III is coming? You think these hired Edomites don't know? That's why they got these other countries where they go get in those bunkers. They know what's coming. They already know. They know what the prophets are saying is the 100% truth. They know. Because you got to ask yourself, if we were lying, then why did they go build all these bunk deep in other countries that they going to fly off to before the shit hits the fan? Which a lot of them might be already in their bunkers or in them areas. Them different countries where they got them bunkers deep under the ground. Y'all remember that show? What was that show called? Preppers. That show used to come out. You probably find it on YouTube. It was called Preppers, and it went into the highly rich, the elite of the rich, and how they have bunkers in mountains, deep under mountains, where you can got a whole semi truck and drive up and down there, and 40, 50, or 100 of them can fit down there, and machines and doors and movie theaters and all kind of stuff, swimming pools and gyms. Why else would you have that? Why else would you have it? See, it's things that people don't think about. because they know an end is coming. They know World War III is going to come. They also know when the men of the Lord get that spiritual power, we're going to dig your ass up out of there. Best believe. And they're going to slap them chains on you. I'm telling you before it happens. Like I said earlier, we already know what you want to do. We know that you listen to us. We know that you come on our phones. We know that you're listening. We know all of that stuff. But we still going to give you this prophecy. We know. But we're going to give you this 100% truth. All of you. We're giving it to everybody. Now, of course, when I say we're giving it to everybody, we're giving you your fate. The only ones that's going to be saved out of this are the elect out of the house of Israel. 2/3 of our people going to be wiped out, but they're going to come back in the kingdom in their right mind. But the rest of you, those in these other countries, you're going to see as going back into Revelation, that you're going to stand afar off saying, at last, that great mighty city in 1 hour has been bombed out and depleted. Yes, it will be. Anyway, let's go to another scripture, right? Oh, since we're in Job, let's go to Job. Salakia, y'all. What was it, Job 20? Is that what I want to go? Let me see. There was a lot on Job 20. I'm looking. Is it just 20 I want? 15. Bear with me. I'm just looking, y'all. I'm just looking. Woo! Yep. Let's get it. This is Job 20, and we'll start at verse. Job 20. We'll start at verse 19. Because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he built not. And this is exactly what the devil do. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. There goes your end, buddy. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. That's it. That's it for Esau, Edom. You through, my boy. And that's why we tell you, man, at the end of the day, hey, y'all might as well just go ahead and live it up. Might as well live it up, because y'all's end is coming. Don't matter what y'all do. Don't matter about your uproars and all the stuff you're going to do. I'm telling you your fate, telling you end. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Up. Every hand of the wicked. Hey, don't think that these other heathens and everybody else ain't wicked. Let's go further. These other heathen nations, and they going to have their nukes and their missiles and all that stuff they going to have. Oh, yeah, they coming up. When he is about to fill his belly. Oh, that goes into your enterprise, your MOTB, all the things, your ID, all the stuff that this devil about to push. When he sit back and he at the dinner table and he say, oh, shit, I got him. I got my blessing. See, God, I got my blessing without you. I don't need you. I don't believe in you. You couldn't stop me. The pride of this devil. Because that's exactly how he thinks. Look at Noah Harar. We don't need God. We can create water. We can do this, and we can do that, and we can do this, and we can do that. Matter of fact, we can live forever too, because we'll merge robot and man together so we can live forever. Jackasses. Really? Okay. You're smarter than Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You're more powerful than Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Then why the hell are you scared of who's coming? Remember, y'all talk a big talk. Your satellites are showing who's coming. I know y'all gonna use Project, and I know I'm going to think. I know y'all gonna use Project Bluebeam. to trick the masses, so you can have your little fighter jets and show that y'all got dang Independence Day and the little green people came and y'all gonna start zapping and shooting. We're just waiting for that theater to come out because we already know what you're going to do. Matter of fact, the movie Spider-Man even showed you, one of them Spider-Man movies showed you how they use those little, what do they call them things? Those little things, you fly around and you can watch from up high. You know what I'm talking about, little drones. And how they can show pictures and people were believing what was really going on when that shit wasn't real. That's Project Bluebeam. We know you're going to use it. Because at the end of the day, you know who's coming. So you might as well scurry on like roaches when the lights come on back to them bunkers, which ain't gonna save you. Might as well scurry on. When he is about to fill his belly. What? God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating, when he think he got it. He thinks he's gonna keep that birthright. No. Yahweh Shah says, nah, kid, not today. You had your turn. You had your time, and your time is up. He gonna let them get that little enterprise off the ground. And then dump that goddamn fork right out your mouth when you try to eat that beautiful steak y'all like that's medium rare with the blood squirting out of it. He gonna dump that shit away from you and yank down your whole stinking ass kingdom. It is what it is. It is what it is. Matter of fact, since we're in Job, yeah, we're gonna dibble dabble in Job. What is that? Job, what is that, 18? Let's go there too. And how much time I got? Because Job, I'm soon. Job 18, right? Job 18. Oh, what does it say there, y'all? What does it say right there? Job 18 and 5. Yeah, the light of the wicked shall be put out. Click, 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 click. Shut that power off. Hey, that candle. Blow that candle out. Ain't gonna be no light. Ain't gonna be nothing but darkness. The light shall be dark. What was I at? Hold on. Verse 5. Job 18 and 5. Yeah, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. The light shall be dark. In his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. The steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. Right? For he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare. You're in the trick bag. You think you got it, and don't realize you don't. You know, did you remember how Pharaoh fell too? Yeah. Yahweh Shah got this dude in the trick bag. Matter of fact, let's jump down to verse 14. 14, what does it say? His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. Ooh, man, you in trouble. Hey, yo, let me holler at you. Remember all that shit you was talking? Noah Harari and the rest of you Edomites, remember all that shit you was talking? Now you got big brother Yahweh Shah there. Now what? Now what? The cat got your tongue now? You ain't saying nothing? Y'all was talking boastfully. You was talking, man, you had your chest out. You was the king, baby. Nobody could bring you down. Oh, but big brother Yahweh Shah has pulled up. Now what? It's going to be a whole lot of bottom lip to the top lip. Ain't it? It shall dwell in his tabernacle, because it is none of his... Slakia. Hold on. Let me get that again. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terror. It shall dwell in his tabernacle. It shall dwell in his tabernacle, because it is none of his brimstone shall be scattered, right, upon his habitation. What else I'm thinking? I want to go further. His root shall be dried up, beneath and above shall his branches be cut off. His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the streets. Goodbye. He shall be driven from light into darkness and chased out of the world. Goodbye, Esau, Edom. Going right back into Obadiah 1:18. You know what's going to happen in the kingdom with Obadiah 1:18. He shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwelling. They go, all right, then go the whole house, the whole kit and caboodle of the Edomites. They that come after him shall be astonished at his day, as they that went before were affrighted. Surely such are the dwelling of the wicked, and this is the place of him that knoweth not God, that knoweth not Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, who y'all ignorantly call Jehovah, Yah, Yeshua, Yeshua, Yehoshua, Yah, that are not his name. We constantly tell you his name. The Father's name is Yahweh. The Son's name is Yahweh Shai, who you ignorantly call Jesus. So now you know the fate of the children of Edom. Matter of fact, I did kind of mention this. Obadiah 1 in verse 18. And remember, this is in everybody's Bible. All them Christians don't know what they talking about. But anyway, yeah, they had y'all. Them Christians had y'all out there thinking a rapture was going to come for y'all. And look what happened. Now y'all sitting out there outside in tents broke. Don't know what to do with yourself. Dummies. Anyway, Obadiah 1:18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire. And this is the kingdom in the kingdom. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire. And the house of Joseph a flame. And the house of Esau. Oh, okay. The house of Esau. When it means the house, it's the whole kit and caboodle. Not some of them, all of their ass. Every Edomite. Don't matter what they outside the parents look like. All of Edom. For what? What's going to happen? Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. For the Lord hath spoken it. For Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai hath spoken it. Oh, but that's not all. We're going to rewind the tape a little bit. Oh, they going into slavery. They going to get double. They need, this is after y'all build up our kingdom and do all the stuff that we got y'all doing. Then this will happen. But your kingdom here, Babylon, aka America, all that, land of Chaldees, Basra, will be no more. Yahweh Shemel Shah about to come snatch all this shit down and burn it all down. Going into, what is it, Daniel 2:44. He about to have all the crown. He about to go everywhere and snatch all these kingdoms down. Ain't nobody gonna be reigning except Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That's gonna be it. A kingdom forever. No heathen, no Edomite, no other nation will ever rise again. It is what it is. Matter of fact, get one more scripture and I'll go. Job chapter 20 and verse 9. Let me get that. Bear with me. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. Goodbye, Esau, Edom. Your fate awaits. Anyway, I'm going to say this. Hope y'all were edified. I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor is to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.